Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to Tom's Spotlight, where we dive into the world of entertainment and bring you exclusive interviews and insights. Today, we're talking about the incredible soundtrack of Mission: Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Joining me are Max Aruj and Alfie Godfrey, the talented composers behind the score. Max, Alfie, welcome to Tom's Spotlight. Congratulations on your work on this epic film. It's clear that you both brought a lot of passion and energy to the project. Can you tell us a little bit about how it all came together? Max Aruj, thanks for having us. Yeah, it was an incredible experience working on Mission: Impossible, The Final Reckoning. We were tasked with scoring one of the biggest action franchises of all time, and we had a lot of pressure on our shoulders. Alfie Godfrey, but also a huge amount of trust. It was our first lead score for the franchise, and it was the first time we'd worked together as composers. Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie were super supportive throughout the whole process. Tom's Spotlight, that's amazing. So, how did you approach composing music for what Tom's Spotlight calls the most epic action film of all time? What inspired your creative decisions? Max Aruj? Well, we started by looking at the scene's sound effects and trying to understand the atmosphere and tone that McQuarrie was going for. We then used a combination of traditional orchestral instruments and more experimental sounds to create a unique sonic landscape. Alfie Godfrey? One of our biggest discoveries was Constance Demby space bass, this incredible instrument that we used in some of the film's most memorable scenes. It really added a new dimension to the score. Tom's Spotlight, that's fascinating. The use of unconventional instruments like the space bass is definitely one of the standout elements of the soundtrack. Can you tell us more about how it came into play? Alfie Godfrey? Yeah, we were introduced to Constance Demby and her amazing instrument during filming. We showed her video footage of the submarine sequence, and she was like, "This is cool." We also experimented with our own metallic sounds to see if they could compete with the space bass. Max Aruj? It became apparent that the space bass had a unique quality that set it apart from other instruments. We ended up using it in some of the most intense scenes to create an immersive experience for the audience. Tom's Spotlight, that's incredible. The soundtrack is full of surprises, and I think one of my personal favorites is the airplane chase sequence. Can you walk us through how you approached scoring that iconic scene? Max Aruj? Yeah. That was definitely one of the most challenging pieces we wrote for the film. We started with a short piece when Ethan first gets onto his biplane, and then built up to create a sense of tension and urgency throughout the sequence. Alfie Godfrey? The key was making sure that the audience felt what we were feeling: the pain, the fear, the adrenaline rush. Tom Cruise himself gave us some valuable feedback on how he experienced those emotions during filming. Max Aruj? And it shows in the final product. We had to score every single moment of that 15-minute sequence slightly differently to keep the audience engaged. Tom's Spotlight, that's impressive. Finally, what do you hope audiences take away from Mission: Impossible, The Final Reckoning? What message do you think the film conveys? Alfie Godfrey? For us, it was all about ending on a high note, leaving audiences feeling excited, inspired, and eager for more. I think that's something we've achieved with this soundtrack. Max Aruj? It's also a testament to Tom Cruise's superpower of knowing what audiences want. Whatever he does next will be perfect. Tom's Spotlight? Well, there you have it, folks. Max Aruj and Alfie Godfrey bring us the incredible story behind the Mission: Impossible, The Final Reckoning soundtrack. Thanks for tuning in to this special episode of Tom's Spotlight. Outro music plays.